My chat's not loading. What's going on here? All right. What the heck was I looking at? I was looking at this pixel snap stuff yesterday. We actually figured this out though. Right? We resolved this issue yesterday. That was wonderful. Very happy about that. Why are the colors all messed up here? Is that my monitor? Or is that the app? That's the app, right? Oh, also, before I forget, we should add these instructions here. Make project. What's happening to all? Maybe, hold on. Let me reconnect this screen. See if that fixes anything. That looks like it fixed it. I didn't have to restart it. Okay, well now we know. Hold on. Pull this over here real quick. Okay, cool. Now before we go in here, let me just make note of a couple things here. What did I actually change in my project settings the last time? My mouse is all laggy. Oh, because I have Wi-Fi on. Let me also, I gotta do this real quick. Let me get the link here, throw this in my... I'm gonna disable Wi-Fi. That's probably screwing me up a lot. Where's my Wi-Fi? Boom. Yep, that was it. It was Wi-Fi. Turn off Wi-Fi. There we go. Oh, so much better without Wi-Fi. Nothing like a wired internet connection, you guys. Nothing like a wired internet connection. Okay. Oh, I see. What the heck? Oh, okay. Forgot I left Diablo running on the other computer and suddenly heard some weird noises. Okay. So there was a 2D setting in here. I don't think I ended up using it though, right? Was it rendering 2D? No, it was snapping. We didn't turn snapping on. So there's actually no... Let me check my notes from yesterday. Oh, I did change the scale mode in window. Okay, I knew there was something in window, which for some reason doesn't always show up in here. It's so weird. Oh wait, display window. It's right here. It's under display. Okay. Oh yeah, and stretch mode to canvas items. These are two things that we definitely need. And we'll go to my setup here. Set up project for pixel art. I just want to make this note here. Set up our project for crisp pixel art. Change some project settings. Change some settings. Stretch. If I just type in stretch, does it show up? Yeah, baby. And I'll use this screenshot because that'll tell me exactly where it is. Under display window stretch, set mode to canvas items. And scale mode to integer. This will make sure our pixels stay crisp, and we scale the game window. Pixel, set up project for pixel art. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Pixel art project settings. Pixel art settings. Pixel art settings. Project settings. hope. See, this is good that I'm doing this. And today's Wednesday. Yeah. So I should start recording. I should start recording my audio soon. Today or tomorrow. Probably start tomorrow. Okay. So that's that. That's good that we got that out of the way. So let's go back to... Oh, I have to make that backpack sprite. That's a good reminder that I saw that. Dev board. So pressing down on the keyboard. So I think the conclusion, I started writing a post for this, and I think the conclusion I came to was that I should just override all of those settings myself. Which means I would have to move the keyboard settings over as well to a new action. Yes. And to do that, it would have to be a special case to only do the first one. That's okay. I think we can figure that out. But the first thing I'm going to start out with today, actually, is let's go in here and do some fun artsy fartsy stuff. I'm going to find my, I don't know. I feel like I put it in the enemies thing. Where did I put this? Love Ghost. Objects. Here we go. Right now I'm using this gold icon, but it obviously shouldn't be this. Also, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 would be weird, so let's just make it another one across, and then at 8 we can start wrapping it. I'm gonna go here, and width plus 16. And now we're gonna work on our backpack sprite. So I'm gonna pick a random color. We can go like this maybe. What is the game you're making about? Hey, what's up, Splatort? This game that I'm working on right now doesn't have a particular story. It's just sort of a dungeon crawler. I don't know. I didn't come up with a story yet. I'm thinking about making one, but right now it's more of a learning project. Like learning the process of making the games in Godot. I'm trying to make a backpack right now. Might make it easier on me if I pick a color that looks like a backpack color. Also, this computer monitor that I'm using doesn't have great color right now. How about you, Splatort? Do you have any projects that you're currently working on? What color is this actually? Oh, okay, it's close enough. My other computer screen has better color, so I just flipped it back and forth. Yes. What does a backpack look like? There's two ways I can do this. I can try to have like the front of a backpack. Let's actually get some ideas first, because I'm doing this kind of backwards here. Pinterest or Twitter? The X. Let me log in over here. Pull that window up here. So what I like to do, I have a message from somebody apparently. What I like to do in here is search pixel art backpack. I don't even know what this is. It looks like a weird tambourine with a piece missing, or a canteen, or I don't even know what that is. Retro icons. Oh wow, look at that. That's actually very cute. Doesn't really help me though. That looks amazing. Oh, that also looks amazing. I like to go through Twitter. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And get ideas. So actually, let's do that. Let's go. Do I have a thing for canvases? I think they're called. I don't. Okay. Do I have a thing for this game? I don't. Make a new folder, maybe? Next, a new folder button. New drawing, open a new tab. Glove. And then in here, we're gonna do new canvas. So when I'm getting ideas for things, I like to just go, or I'm on a little board, idea board. Right, and then if we want to be real nice, we can bedpost. I don't need to go that crazy. It's like this, maybe. Alright, but this is good so I can have it offline. You know, good to keep track of your sources, but also maybe get the sources out of the way. Keep them separate. Or usually what I do. Let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That way it doesn't get in the way of anything. Do the same thing for this one. Is there a way that I can... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Copy URL. Oh, sick. Copy URL. Bam. Right. Just getting some ideas for a backpack. This is not pixel art, but still an idea. I'm looking at the backpack straps, the way that they come to a triangle point here. This is an idea for a backpack. It's got some side pouches. It's got a pouch in the front. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. Right? We like to push these things through when we find good stuff. I don't need to have anything particularly organized right now. Oh, this is cool. That's also pixel art. That's pretty cool. Oh. Oh, this is cool. Sea of stars. This is gonna be, yeah, not an easy thing to copy here. What does that even give me? It gives me the posts, right? This is very cool though. Well, you know, I'm mostly interested in these two. They don't really have to move. Perfect. 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 This one might be like my reference. Like these, this kind of style. It's like kind of like this one. And kind of like this one too, actually. Oh, my headset just died. Let me change my battery here. So this is how I get ideas when I start, anytime I start drawing something or doing any kind of artwork. I'm not really an artist. I think artists do this too, though. But I'm not really an artist, so my point is, I'm definitely not good at drawing things. Well, period. I can end the sentence right there, but I'm also not really good at drawing things from my head. So just being able to find something, whoops, find some references of something to give me ideas or something I can look at. Because even a lot of times, if I try to copy something, that one looks dope. Even if I just try to copy something, it never comes out exactly the same way that the other people do it. It's always got like a little pinch of my ineptness. I don't know, my inability to copy. You know, I don't really copy things perfectly, which is fine because it actually works out in the end. That's cool. Well, I think I have enough backpack pixel art references that I can probably get started here. Let's take a quick look at some things that make some of these backpacks interesting. Pouches, right? So let's start like a note here. What's interesting? For me, it's like pouches, rounded shapes, right? There's like a lot of circles, like circle or ellipse, whatever you want to say, right? It's also a pouch, right? The shape of the pouch, the flaps, flaps that cover, like, I'm just gonna write flaps. Flaps, badges. That was one of the things that was interesting about this. This one kind of has it too, like badges or patches on the backpack, right? I don't need to write on the backpack. This craziness. These lines, straps, right? Yeah, this one has straps too. That's one of the reasons why I thought that was interesting. So straps, Just trying to figure out what's interesting to me about these and things that we might want to copy. This one, let's make this bigger because I can't really see this. These are like great, but there's also so much detail in such a small thing that it's hard to tell what's going on. This one's very simple. It doesn't have, like, it has a lot of detail without having a crazy amount of detail. So we probably want to copy this style more than anything. This one also, I mean, this one's way bigger. Has a ton of detail, but there's a lot of flat color on this one. This one also has a lot of flat color. So areas with lots of flat colors, I think is great. Like this one's got some decent shading in it, but like even this and this, actually this one's interesting because, I mean, obviously it's not pixel art, but I'm just looking at the way he does the colors in this one. This also has a lot of flat coloring. All the shadows are coming from this black color, yet somehow it still looks 3D, which is crazy. It's crazy, which means that if that was only one color, if that was just white, it would still look pretty much the same. Okay, so I kind of have an idea. So I want something with a flap. I like this flap on the top, and this one has a flap on the top. I like that. And so I think the general shape that we're going to go for, let's come back to here. Obviously we're going to want something roundish. We're going to want something rectangular. This is like a perfect square, which is probably no good. I'm just looking to see the space that I used on all the other ones. There's no real consistency. Like this one has 2 pixels on the top, 1 on the bottom. This one has none on the top. This one has 2 on the top, none on the bottom. This one's 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. So we could kind of do whatever the heck we want here. So what I'm going to do, I'm not caring about the colors here. I just want to make this a little bit longer. Actually might be able to use this color. How did I eyedrop this color and it gave me a totally different color? Thank you. Oh, what? What? Oh, I must have picked like some random color somehow. That's very weird. Where are my layers? Oh, I'm on the shadows layer. That explains a lot. Is this whole thing on the shadows layer? Yep. Okay, we're gonna start this over. Whatever, layer 1. Gonna start this over. We're gonna start with a rectangle. I'm gonna try and make it taller, right? And we're gonna round it a bit by cutting out some pixels on the side. You can outline it maybe. That's kind of cool. We can start making like a backpack flap. Right, that's kind of cool. To make this shape a little bit more interesting. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh, I have these side buttons, but I have no way to map them. That's okay. We'll just go like this. Scrunch that in. Actually, we want to take this really and scrunch that in. And the same thing on this side. Right, that already looks more backpacky, right? And giving this a little bit of taper over here, we can even go like this maybe. Is that too much? Or maybe what we can do is go like this and expand it on the outside. Right, because I was thinking about trying to figure out how to make another pouch here anyways, right? Like side pouches. This could even go up to a like brighter color. Something like that, maybe. And then we want to put like we wanted to put another pouch over here, kind of. So we have to make this area look roundish somehow. Right, that's like another flap like on the top. Right, now we gotta remove some pixels here to get some more detail in here somehow. That looks a little bit weird. Maybe what I had originally was not so bad. And maybe this can come a bit more like that. This is only like 2 colors here. I don't necessarily need to use. Like I can maybe make these even lighter. Whoops. I don't know. Maybe what I had there was fine, and then this could be. I don't know if that really translates to what I wanted. Like this might actually, maybe we want that to come up. Sort of. Like this is a good flap, but I think maybe this really needs to be a little bit higher. But then it loses roundedness. I think that's maybe okay. Maybe what needs to happen is this needs to come out more. Now it looks like a chair. Looks like an armchair. Let's go look at these references again. I see. So he's not really using a border color on his thing. He doesn't have any borders on the inside, which is what gives him more pixels to work with. So if I took out my inner borders, I would have like this. And then I could play a little bit more with this maybe. Like that doesn't look so bad maybe. I feel like now I'm getting into too many different colors here though. Oh right, and I didn't add my straps that I wanted. Right, because for this to be a flap, for this to really make any sense, we kind of need straps that go down. And also these pouches need to taper in more on the sides somehow. His pouches are way more subtle somehow. He's got like Okay. See, I was thinking about doing this and I didn't know if it was weird. He actually takes the color up a bit in the lighter areas. So like here, I wasn't sure if I should put that much detail in here. Here, I can go up to the next color and go like that. It was kind of like a highlight. Also, these are double pixels here, which I think is why it looks weird. But I need to take this pouch in somehow. Or so I thought. Unless maybe just go like that. There we go. Usually less is more, right? Like maybe I could double this to make it like a shadow. No, it doesn't read well though. Also need to get rid of these pixels maybe. I see. Yeah, that's tricky. Like how do I make this not look pointy? But also at the same time, playing with pixels here. Like that might be the way to do it actually. Although we could maybe add a few pixels to the side here. Oh. Oops, that is tricky. You can't just make it one and have to make it like this when we have to have at least two pixels in there. The thing is, if I take this off, right, to try to round it, I'm gonna end up with this, which doesn't look the same. That might be the best. And then if I do this, yeah, that looks weird. I think that's okay. That's this color, and then one darker is this other color we've been using. Okay. Right. Now, if I wanted to, I could go like this, but that might be too busy. Right, because there's only one pixel of each thing. So it might be easier to look at if I don't do that. I don't know. I really did want it to come out a little bit more on the side. I'm almost thinking maybe this flap should be smaller. Mm, kind of like the bottom half, but I'm not really digging this whole top half. I almost feel like, what if I can stretch this top part out somehow? One sec. Somehow, I think this is working. Hey, look at that. That looks pretty decent. I think there's still some touch-ups I could do here, like somehow make this top part wider. Maybe if I do this. Hmm. 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 I mean, I guess so, right? Hmm. I looked away for a little bit. That actually was pretty darn good. I think I kind of want to soften some things up a little bit. Like this looks like a perfect square, which I'm not mega happy about. I think that's good. What I need to figure out is how to make a strap. Maybe that's not so bad. Or we do one down the middle. Does that look weird? What about that? Because it does look like it's kind of bulging a bit, right? So maybe the straps would be slightly tilted outwards. That looks kind of decent. Makes it look more round too. And maybe even this. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking if I lowered this a little bit and then maybe bring that down a bit. Compared to... yeah, I think I kind of like it actually. Makes it look a little bit more round and fluffy on the bottom and interesting to me. And then what I could do here is I could go to my shadows layer. Shadow that in. Trying to match that color, but I don't know if it's any of these colors on this palette. Or like that. Actually, because this is the shadow layer, that's probably not even a bad idea to start the shadow over here. Look at that. Pops out a bit more now. Art faster. What's up, Judo Hippo? Oh, that's kind of cool. I want to see if I can add a little highlight to the top, maybe. All right, I'm going to go with that. This could be my new thing. Now I got to export this. Just working? Yeah. That was a good creative exercise for me. I'm happy with this backpack. What do you think of my backpack? Yeah, we'll overwrite that. That's going to break everything in my project, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to run the game and find out. Yep. But I think all I got to do is go to pickup, base pickup, and go to my sprite 2D, go to animation, add 8. I think that should fix everything, but I think my exit's going to be screwed up. Oh no, my exit's fine. Wait, is my exit also a pickup? I like it. Nice. I think everything's good. There's a couple pickups I haven't seen yet. I should make a test level that literally has everything in it, so I don't have to go through everything. Yeah, it looks like everything's good. That's interesting. So wait, exit. Why is exit suddenly working? Oh, because exit is the first one in the texture. Right? Right. That's why exit's working. And enemy spawner. I don't know why spawner's working. Oh, you know what? For these, I don't think I use oh, interesting. H-frames 1. I don't know how I did this. It's weird. Actually, I don't know how I did this. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, I used regions. That's what I thought I did. So I used regions for those. So those are kind of like foolproof, I guess. The base pickup, I used H-frames because I use it as a base class. So the only thing that gets affected is my pickups. Okay, cool. Now, when I go to backpack, change my backpack from this to my actual backpack, which is going to be frame 7. Sick. Let's test it out. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Oh, you know, I just realized the zoom. Is the zoom the same? Yeah, I guess it is. I need to add that kill button. I need to make some debug things to make my life easier. I really need to do that. Oh, check that out. It's my backpack, bro. Hands off my backpack. Oh, the backpack doesn't have a sound. We need to add a sound for it. I'm just going to use the gold pickup sound for it. Base pickup. Swiper, no swiping. What's swiper? What? What's a swiper? Windshield swiper? No, it's a wiper. I'm confused. Coin. Gold? Dora the Explorer? Oh, nice. Um, is that what it's from? I don't, I've seen a little bit of that show, but not really. Um, Gold. How come I don't have gold here? Oh, because it's called treasure. It's not called gold. Treasure. So, how does this work? I I don't know how this works. I had younger sisters. It was on all the time. Yeah, that makes sense. Hold on. Girls are crazy. I'll open this to answer a message. Ugh. So, where is the sound effect coming from? Where the heck is the sound effect coming from? Item collected, treasure emitted, treasure collected. That's stats, pickup, inventory. But inventory doesn't make noise. Like, I'm genuinely confused how I'm making noise. Why can't I remember how I did this? Like, I don't. The reason I'm confused because I don't see an audio player in here and I don't see an audio player in bass pickup. So does that mean that the player is playing the noises? It might be. Player. Sound. Attack sound. Sound. Play sound callback. Why did I call this play sound callback? Well, it looks like I never use it anywhere. Play sound. Is this not being used by anything? How much if I delete this? No, that's what I thought. Oh. Bass pickup uses play sound. I don't know if this one gets used though. That one doesn't look like it gets used. I think the idea behind that was to cue a sound to be played. I think even if that's the case, I should do that differently. Okay, so sound. Oh, so if I go to backpack, that's right. If I go to backpack and I go here, there's a sound field that I can set it to. I was like, yo, I'm going crazy. Right, right. Okay, so I think I remember the reason I did this was so that the sound would follow the player. I think was my idea. I think that was the idea behind it. So that way, if like one player was to the left, the other one was to the right, you could kind of tell who was picking up the item. And it'd be like a little bit more positionally sounded. Sounded? Yeah, okay. Yeah, good job making words. Positionally sounded. Sound effects coins. Throw that in here. Use coins for now. I can change that later to make like a rustling sound. Like a I don't know, I tried to rub the mic and nothing happened. Oh, see? It makes sense. I don't even question that. Oh, is the... That's funny. Okay. That looks good to me. So let's go here. And that should be all the things that we changed, pretty much. This is going to be... I think this input stuff needs to get reset too. Backpack. Add. Backpack pickup sprite. And we're going to clean this up. Player, clean up, remove, unused, play, sound, callback, method. Also don't know what's going on here. Oh, I do know what's going on here. This was me moving, right. Moving some things to a different action. Huevos. My stomach starting to feel weird. Like I need to eat or something. Let me have something to drink, maybe. Coffee. You know, it's funny because the first thing that popped in my head is like, maybe I should drink a Red Bull. Maybe I should drink a Red Bull. It's literally the first thing I thought of. Okay, let me go back to my board here. Yeah, my backpack doesn't look anywhere near as cool as this guy's, but that's okay. Oh, you know something I just noticed that he did that I didn't do, that I could have done. So when he does his flap, actually the complete inside of his models in general, he doesn't have borders on the inside. If I had Red Bull, I'd have it right now. Let me look at this real quick, right? So instead of doing like this, I have these lines on the inside. He would have done it like this. And then that opens these lines to just be used as lines. Or this would be, that's too subtle. You know, that would have to be darker. But basically, he doesn't use it as a border between two things. Like, he doesn't use it for like a contour on the inside. He does all of his contouring with different colors. See that? And I like how, like, every time he uses a color, it's usually more than like 1 pixel, except for the sides here. It seems to be like more the exception than the rule. I don't know. I like what I had for now. Revisit later if we want to. That should be exactly the same. Okay. Yeah, let me go grab that Red Bull. Let me see. I might have to throw on a Twitch ad here. Yes, that's fine. I am going to throw on a Twitch ad because I'm going to get up, get something to drink, and I'm also going to stretch because I need to be stretching and mail it to Canada. I'm going to, yes, I'm going to get a Red Bull from my refrigerator. Then I'm going to drive down to the post office and I'm going to mail it to Canada. I'm going to say this is a very, very important Red Bull. I need you to make sure that this arrives at its destination safely. This is a matter of national security. Right? This is a matter of national security. To Canada, care of Judo Hippo. Yeah, just send it to the Canadian government and tell them it's for Judo Hippo. They'll know what to do with it. I'll be right back. Quick ad break. Get up and stretch. Do your thing. Bio break. got Red Bull on it. All right. Ah. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do was to see if I can figure out. So I've been cross streaming. I don't know what you call it. Multi streaming. I want to add YouTube notifications to OBS. How come I can't hear this? Where does he get the link from? Oh, Stream Elements. Oh. Oh, I'm dumb. Hold on. Probably I was using Streamlabs. So probably what I need to do. Yep. Oh, there we go. So ooh, that's bright. Wow, I literally like blinded myself by changing the theme to light theme. Memberships, help affiliates, log out account settings, presumably. Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. Oh, I see. But this only lets me link it up to one YouTube account. I see. That's weird. Hmm. What does Ultra do? Well, this didn't tell me anything. Oh, custom cloud bot, desktop, mobile, console, podcast editor pro. Um, hmm. I see. So that's kind of my issue. Streamlabs add more than one YouTube account. Stream to multiple. You can add additional accounts.
To your avatar here at the top, and then scroll down to settings. It'll pull up this destinations menu. Make sure you're under destinations here. And then what you can do is click add destination. As you can see, I already added 3 YouTube channels. But what you're going to do
The hell, he's using Melon app. What the frig is that?
YouTube destination to the mix. It's going to pull up an authentication window. And my editor is going to edit out my personal information here, but it'll pull up an authentication window, select your Google account of choice, and then choose the YouTube channel from your list that you're wanting to connect. I'm just going to connect a random channel of mine. You'll need to give it access to manage your YouTube account, so go ahead and hit allow, and then boom, it's adding the destination. Boom, it's just seamless like that. It's just there now. Easy, right?
The hell is
there
Melon?
It is my AWOL. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to add a Facebook profile, a Facebook page, and a Facebook group to their platform so that you can live stream there, which is really, really cool. Let me show you how to set all three of those up. You don't need all this complex gear like I have in my home studio to be able to do this stuff to stream on Facebook. You can just use Melon. It's really, really simple. Link below. It's an affiliate link down there. To your avatar here at the top.
I see. Well, I don't know if I can figure that out, but what I could also do, alert box, chat box. What does that look like? Oh, that's that. Event list. I see. Interactive. Goals, flare. No, I want a all widgets. What I want is a feed. Streamlabs. Feed widget. OBS. Use the Streamlabs plugin for OBS. Oh.
So I'm actually recording through OBS, so this looks a little crazy, but I'm just going to show you how to import your chat widget into Streamlabs. So click on Sources here, navigate to Browser Source, add source, and add a new source. And then right where the URL is, you can paste the URL that you got from Streamlabs.
This is not what I wanted.
For this widget, I like it to be hello. And from here you can...
Not what I wanted. Surprise. Not what I wanted. Surprise face. Streamlabs activity feed embed. Where's the I lost it. I'm lost. Oh, over here. Dashboard. I had a it was over here a second ago. I don't know where I was at. Recent events. Recent events. Oh, here we go. Safe mode, filter. This is literally what I want. I just want it in OBS. Oh, they call it recent events. Streamlabs, recent events, OBS. No. Like I could maybe just throw it in here. Panel maker. But they make up these weird names for things. Oh, pop out recent events. Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe I can just throw that in here. Probably have to log in. Hmm? Oh. Oh. Hmm? Oh. Oh. Damn, man. Talk about hitting the wrong button a million times. Sheesh. Okay, so activity feed I had over here. We can throw this in here instead. And that'll cover everything. Oh, sick. Nice. Dope. Can't wait to try that out later. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Originally, one of the reasons why I was trying out Streamlabs was because Streamlabs had a multi-streaming feature. And yeah, and that's what I paid for a long time ago. Oh, I see. Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna spend too much more time on this. These are just like things that have been kind of like sitting on my to-do list that I had to get out of the way. Okay, so we can go to the design board. I can close out. Oh, it should have been in the in progress. Also, my columns are out of order. Daily done. Done. Weekly done. The other ones don't have a weekly done, do they? Oh, they do. Weekly done, done. This week in progress, daily done, weekly done, done. This week in progress, weekly, daily done, weekly done, done. Cool. Okay. Add slime animation, add more levels. I should probably pick up something from the design board for this week. Perfect. What's up? Oh, you said that before, didn't you? I don't know why I didn't, my thing didn't scroll down before. Oh, there we go. I must have just missed that message in the middle because I saw the other ones. All right. All right. So, ugh, I hate this bug so much. Also, did my sound just drop out? Okay. It looked like I accidentally kicked out the power to my sound, but surprisingly, I still have sound. Surprising for a number of reasons, but still surprising. My calendar here. I'm supposed to be taking a break for lunch now, but I'm going to put that back. I'm going to put that back to 12:30. we're going to extend work another 30 minutes. Nice. So, let's take a look at this bug we were looking at. Before I do that, let me take a quick look at my other tasks to make sure everything's prioritized in a way that makes sense. Pause menu controller stuff. All these controller things are all probably related to this one bug. So this is like a fix this, you know, save the girl, save the world type of thing. We fix this task issue, and then all these other issues just resolve. I think. Renaming the class, that's pretty minor. That's gonna be a big thing too. So that'll be good. And then I want to get like a feature or enhancement in today if I can. Something like more interesting work. Add multiple players without hardware. Oof. Yeah, because all the other stuff I have on here is just bugs. Well, to that extent, I go to the design board and add more levels. And we could do that this week. I should maybe, okay, so, you know, this plugin's kind of nice, actually. I should maybe go here. And I could do a board, or I could do a table. Oh, what's a calendar? Yeah, I don't think I like that. Get rid of that. So I could either do a table. Table looks yucky. Let me do another board. Add view. And then this board's gonna have filter. And what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna do filter, status. Contain status is, hold on. How does this filter work? Type has all of. So not status, but we're going to do type as one of, has any of. Dev, design, sound, and status. I want is one of, is any of. Hold on, are these statuses this week? Yeah. And status is this week. Or I could just take the status off. See, I wanted to get rid of all the other crap and just show like this week and in progress. Tags, resolve, priority, added. No, do we already have type? I mean, I guess we can just go like this. Collapse all the ones we don't care about. And there's no easy way to do that. Overview. And then we can add colors. We can go where type, we'll color them by type. where type dev. And then we'll do blue for design. And then we'll do yellow for sound. Yeah, spell it right though. I could add another color that's like red, where type, where tags is any bug. Oh, the priority is the opposite way. So I gotta put this on top. Okay, so this will show me when I'm working on bugs. So green or red is dev work. Blue is design. This plugin's nice. Even though there's like, he ended support for this, I do like this plugin. So this will give me a high level view of my week and what needs to be done. Right? Makes sense. Let's see. I wish. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't have a thing for it. Hmm. Oh wait, is there a thing for this that I didn't see? I don't see it anywhere. What's analytics? Oh, I see. That's interesting. Nope. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think there is a thing for this. Mm. Yeah, we'll see. In any case, all right. Ugh, bug bashing time. I think it's bug bashing time. It's clobbering time for bugs. Maybe. I don't know. I hate this bug. Okay. I'm gonna hurt my brain again trying to figure out controller things. And I don't know. Hopefully I turn out okay. That doesn't need to be so loud. Oh, actually, what we're trying to test is right here. So the solution to this, yeah, I think I know what the solution to this is. I'm not happy about it, but I think I know what the solution is. I think my solution is device input, which is the one that I wanted to rename, by the way. Which maybe I should just do the renaming part of that now, because that's pretty low-hanging fruit. Let's do this rename now. And then I'll try to fix this. Right? Okay. So my mind is blank. What am I doing? I'm changing the name of this. Device input. Actually, I don't even have a class name in here. This is just something that works on its own. It's a singleton. I think the only thing I need to do is go to my globals and go device input and just straight up rename it. So I'm going to do that through Godot instead of doing it through where I was just now. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go device input. Because I have a feeling if I rename it here, it'll fix itself. Now, I think I wrote down some ideas for names I had somewhere. I didn't. No such thing happened. Maybe I wrote it down in here. Nope. I remember saying them out loud to myself. I definitely said them out loud somewhere. Never wrote them down. That's too bad. What's the point in having my notebook if I don't notebook? But it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Also, I think I figured out why my shoulders are hurting. Yep, I think that was it. I think my laptop placement here, I had it further away from me. I think I need to pull it closer to me so that way I retract my shoulders a bit more. They're still going to be rounded, but at least they're not going to be in front of me, right? They're going to be more like this. Which I think is probably better. So, okay, whatever. So here we go. So some ideas to come up with. So it's an input map. It's really an input map manager. I am as positive I wrote this down someplace. Input map. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm over it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to go here. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Pull that up. Yeah, that's good. Okay, anyways. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, look at what this does. We're going to go over, do like a quick review of this file and see what's going on. Input map. So we loop through actions, we create events. So actually what it's really doing, it's really duplicating all of the actions for each new controller. So it's like a input map duplicator, or it's like a input action duplicator. But input map input map manager sounds good to me, I think. Let me go into the project settings and let me see. So here it's called input map. So input map, I think, has to be in the name. Input map should be in the name. So we'll call it input map manager. Or it could be input mapper. No, that's a bad name. Input map manager, input map duplicator. I think this is a name I'll remember. Input map manager. And then when we go to globals, project, settings, globals, the device input now becomes input map manager. Does that make sense? Or should that be input underscore map manager? I think that should be input underscore map manager. As much as I don't want to do that, I think that's probably what makes sense. If it's cameled, it should be underscored. I'm going to run this and see what explodes. Nothing. Lovely. Game just works. Okay. So we're going to do here is change this. That's all renamed. And we're going to go in here and do that. And I'm going to leave this part alone. We're going to go device input, and then we're going to go input map inputs. Should also be spaced map manager. Rename device input to input map manager to disambiguate, to distinguish between device input and input device, because that's disgusting, right? What's the other one called? Input device. I'm just gonna hit enter and we're gonna go input device, input devices. We can just rename that real quick. Input devices. Easy. Also push our changes. Let me review what actually changed in here. I think what I did was I think I removed the one call action. Let me just see. Input map action. No, accept. Oh, I still do have my accept. Okay, so I actually don't know what's going on in this file, so we're going to discard it. And then we're going to reload. And make sure we got everything here. I'm going to go project, reload current project, because that's a project file. I want to make sure that my project is in the right state, or at least my UI is showing the current state of my actual project. The current state of my project. The actual state of my project. That's a better way to say that. Cool. So we've got that. Let me go. Does it matter that it's the same player? Probably. It's two different cases and I should test both of them. So this case, second player has no control over the menu. And that's probably fine. Oh, you know what I just realized? I think I know what I changed over here. And we're gonna open it up and take a look. I think one of my things that had device, it was set to like any device on my UI action. One of my UI actions. I think the accept, no. One of them was only on one device or any device. No, I made that up. I made that up. That's fine. So the first thing I'm gonna do is accept. I think I'm gonna delete my accept and I'm gonna merge it into the built-in UI accept. And this one already has enter, already has space. So we're gonna add the J key and this joypad button. We're gonna delete this. I think that's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna merge this to clean it up. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna make my life less complicated, I think. I don't know, maybe not, but we'll see. And it's gonna be all devices, it's gonna be device 0 specifically. Don't know why I can't click on this. Device 0. And then we'll add J. That's my custom control. And that's the only thing that's missing from here, right? And what that's going to do is that's going to deduplicate those two events. And now the other thing that we're going to want to do with that is, I think I have input devices. No. Input. Better input. Action. Now action.gd, we have action accept. This is where I just wanted to put all my constants, right? So action accept, we're going to change to UI underscore accept. And now we're just going to test and make sure that my menus are working as expected. This is obviously still bugged. I'm not really concerned about that. But here, accept seems to be working. Oh. And then the other thing that we can check. Yep, when I press the accept button on the controller, it works. The J button works. Okay. So that's a single commit right there. And that's just going to be a cleanup thing. This is going to be action, input map, project, action, input map, and we're going to say clean up, merge, accept, and UI accept actions to avoid confusion. Avoid confusion and multiple actions that do the same thing. Avoid confusion. Let's just leave it at that. We're trying to avoid bugs. I think that'll help us. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now that we've done that, the next thing is in my input map manager, we want to, so here we were filtering out everything. We were filtering out joypad events. I don't think we want to do that. Right? I was special casing. Oh, I see. I see why I was doing this though. Okay. We're going to say joypad events that size or action.name or action.write. Okay. If I'm using that, I can say action starts with UI. And I think this will crash. No, I didn't think this would crash actually. I thought that would work. Non-existent function starts with. Did I make that up? Oh, this is Python. Dot left 2. Hold on. Let's go string. Starts with. Oh no. Oh, begins with. I knew there was a function for it. It's just different than the Python version. Look at that. The up and down are working. I thought that would have fixed it. Actually, I naively thought that was going to be the only thing I was going to have to do to fix this. Oh my gosh, there's so many UI events. See, adding action UI accept 0, device joypad. What I want to see is I want to see it adding the keyboard event also. As joypad events. Oh, but I'm probably looping through joypad events. I am. That's an issue. What if I just do events? Just playing with things here. That still works. UI accept still is only showing that one for some reason. Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter what player number it is, by the way. Because the duplicating the key map has nothing to do with player and device association. I see. Let me go in here real quick. And I want to look at what the default UI up is. Up arrow, joypad, and axis. And let's look at down, should be the same thing. It is. Okay. So actually, I don't care about UI accept. What I care about is UI up and down. Adding action UI up 0. UI up. No, that is a filter I want to find. I'm so angry that I can't search this. What does this do? Oh, that's cool. UI accept, UI cancel, UI focus next, focus previous, UI left, 0, device 0 left. Great. So what in the heck is going on here? Actions to remove.add action. Remove actions. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I changed remove actions to erase the action. No, I didn't. Hmm. Oh, but that's why. I don't think I can erase the action though. I don't think this is gonna work either. Oh, yeah, I can. Because I can't press accept now. So it looks like it did delete the action. But that also means it didn't duplicate it. Why didn't it duplicate it? Event.duplicate new device equals device ID. Oh. Oh, I see. Because this class actually is a duplicator. It's not really a manager. It just duplicates the events is what it was doing. And so the problem here is that we're duplicating the events, but we're not duplicating it like there's no keyboard connected notification. So we're not taking care of those original keyboard events. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Ah, geez. What's the device ID? I think is what I need to know. Device ID. The device ID is 0. That is terrible. Is that terrible? So I'm gonna put this code back. Well, I'm gonna put this code back to the way it was, but I am going to leave this in here. I'm positive that the reason I commented that out was because it was breaking the keyboard. So what we're going to do here is we're going to special case the keyboard. Remove default keyboard. Duplicate keyboard. Duplicate UI keyboard controls. This is going to need some documentation. To prevent default keyboard UI navigation from interfering with moves keyboard moves UI underscore keyboard events to a new action to prevent keyboard UI navigation from interfering with custom UI actions. Forces us to handle all keyboard input on menus, but gives us more control. And so that's what we're going to do here. It's probably going to look similar to what's going on here. Input map.get actions. Ugh. Input map dot get actions. I hate writing the same code over, but I need to figure out what's similar and what's different. I could filter them out though. I could say dot actions dot filter. Well, let's just do one at a time. Actions, and then we'll say keyboard or UI keyboard actions. How do we want to do this? Actions, I'm gonna go like this, dot filter. Action dot begins with UI underscore. And then I'm tempted to filter out again. And we'll say, oops, action dot, no, because it's an action. That's fine. And this will be UI actions or action in UI actions. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to action, and I can do the same thing. Actions to remove equals empty array. I think, oh, I see. Dot right. Yes, we want to filter those out also. Actually, those won't exist. Those won't exist here because we're doing this before we create those. So I don't even have to do that. Save myself an order and operation. If action, I'm looking at what's going on here. Input map dot action get events. Events equals input map dot action get events for action. And then what? Also, this is going to create an underscore keyboard. Oh, it's going to create an underscore keyboard option. I don't think I should call it keyboard then. I'm going to call it underscore instead of, oh, it's going to change the name of all of my UI events. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. We're going to name them like UI custom left, UI custom right, or something like that. That's fine. That's totally fine. Or custom underscore UI. It's probably less string manipulation. Yeah, we'll just put glove underscore UI. No, custom's better. I can reuse that. All right, I don't need to filter out any events. I can just say actions to remove dot append event. Well, action. This is the action, not the event. And then we can go action name. Right, because we're going to create a new action. So input map dot action add. Oh, action add events. Wait, hold on a sec. Did I create a new action somewhere? Oh, I did, and then I looped through. Okay, so I skipped add action, right? add action. Oh, and that's why I have it in a variable. Var new action. New, oh yeah, okay, so action name is good. Like I had below. Action name, and we'll put custom underscore action. Or like this to make sure that it puts it in as a string. Right, and then we'll say add action name. Right, and then we'll say for event in events. Did I pull out the events anywhere yet? I didn't. Action get events. I thought I called that. I did. But I don't use events anywhere, right? So let's pull that a little bit closer. There's no reason to keep those so far from each other. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so strong. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-bum, and I'm all alone. Bum, bum, bum. Right? Right. Okay, anyway. Events, an event, and then what are we going to do here? It's going to be very similar format to what we're doing down here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this code. I'm going to write it by hand though. I'm going to duplicate this code in the other place, but what I'm going to do after I get this working, presumably, and I commit this code, I'm going to go in and clean it up and deduplicate that code and kind of extract whatever I can to some helper functions to kind of isolate where my bugs are. Maybe I'll just leave it because I'm only duplicating it once, and it might be better to just duplicate it once. And then, you know, if there's a bug and I'm finding that, yeah, like wait until there's a problem, like, and when I'm seeing that there's a problem and that I need to fix the same bug in multiple places, at that point, maybe it's a good time to then clean it up and then dedupe it and like abstract it, right? I think that's fine. New event equals event.duplicate. New event.device. Right. We're actually not even going to change a device ID. And okay, so here we go. There's a difference right there. So it's a good thing that I'm not doing this. Input map. I mean, we could fix that also. Device ID. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. It's fine. This way there's no if statements. Input map.action add event, and we're going to give it the action name and then the new event. Print duplicate UI, new event as text. And then after this, what I can do is I can use remove actions and call remove actions on actions to remove. So the other thing I can do here is deduplicate controls. We can add an underscore at the start of this function. Make sure that's 2 spaces instead of 3. I don't know, let's see what happens. Action not declared in the current scope. Oh, you're right. This should be A, not action. Poopy, it doesn't work. Oh, you know why it doesn't work? Because I forgot to go to action and update my action class to here, custom underscore UI, custom underscore UI everywhere. And it's still not working. or Y. Adding action, custom UI accept. Actually, let's see, do any of them work? That's very suspicious. Question is now, why isn't it working for the keyboard? Let me clear this and start over. So obviously we have the controller connecting. Actually, maybe what I should even do is disconnect the controller while I'm testing this. Duplicate UI. Oh, look at this. Look at all the UI stuff that's getting duplicated. Let me filter out UI left. Adding action, custom UI left. Why is it not duplicating? Wait, where's my duplicating? Duplicate. Huh? Where is this coming from? Duplicate UI. Where is that message coming from? Oh gosh. Hold on. Oh, right here. I'm dumb. It's not duplicating, it's duplicate. I see. It happens on the event. That's fine. That's happening on the event, not the action. Print. Duplicate. Action. Duplicate action, custom UI accept. Duplicate action, custom UI left. So that's fine. So where are my duplicate actions happen? Here we go. So duplicate action, custom UI accept, enter KP enter space. Sure. What about left and right? Where do those come into play? Nope, must have missed it. Oh, hold the phone here. Wait a sec. Does it not exist? Accept, select. Oh, here we go. Custom UI left. Now I'm just blind. So left, joypad. Sure. Don't understand why it doesn't work here. Oh. Oh, look at that. My accept button isn't working here. Only left and right. Why are left and right special, but accept and cancel aren't working? Oh, wait, I do know why. Okay. Well. Wait, why is cancel not working? Hold on, that's also kind of weird. Is there a UI cancel? There is. I wasn't using it anywhere though. Oh, that's why. That's why. This is not a UI. I made my own. And that's something else that I should do. See, like, this is like the type of bug that I almost created before. The other thing I could do is, instead of doing this all in code, I could just make these myself in the input map and not write any code. That might be a smarter way to do this, because the code can have bugs potentially, but doing it in the input map means that I wouldn't be writing any buggy code. Right? That might be a way to go. I like the idea of doing it in code only because I like the idea of having something that I can reuse in this like from this project, creating something I can reuse in future projects that just sets me up and I don't have to go crazy setting up stuff, right? Device ID. So that's the thing. If I'm duplicating it, I don't think. Actually, I don't even know. Does the event even need to be duplicated? Could I just use the same event? Like, I'm literally not changing anything. I'm just moving it. Controller works, keyboard does not. Why? What is special about the keyboard? Oh, I do know what's special about the keyboard. Device ID is greater than or equal to 0. We use the joypad format. Otherwise, we use this format. That should be fine. Is this what I'm using in the input designator? Action left, action right. Oh, now it's going to go into input handler. Yeah, so let's go into input handler. That's fine, because we handle this centrally in one place. Any device handler, okay. Any device handler. Action for device. That goes back to the action class, which goes back to this function here. Not action name. Action is pressed. Device action from string. That goes to this function where we dynamically create it. But that still uses this format. It all uses the same format. So let's go here and just print handler event. Copy. I have a feeling I'm looking for the wrong event. Wait, is event my class? It is. Event input event. Poopy right, poopy left. Oh. Device action from string. This is actually what I want to be checking for. Nope. Custom UI right. Oh, that's what it's looking for. No, that's right. That's what it is. So the question is, why aren't these working? Is action pressed? Why does it trigger all of those? Event? Oh, I see. Right, left. It's showing me the key. Why isn't it triggering it? Does this mean is action press is not triggering? Closing in. That's actually it. This one's triggering that it's pressed. This one recognizes the event as right. So the question is, what does this actually mean? What does this actually mean? Let me look at where I call this input, handle input, device ID for input event, for handler and handlers, handle then call. Mm-hmm. No, I don't need that one open right now. Right. Let's open up. Actually, I might need this. Let's open up. I'm having a brain fart. Oh, it's 12:30. It's time for lunch. Check my calendar real quick. I skipped my workout yesterday, which means I'm supposed to work out today. I am getting a little bit closer on this though. It's kind of like I said though, it might just be better for me to not write any code and then just hard code it in the input manager. I think I'm going to try that later today and see where that gets me, because that's probably the best way to do this. And then I'll have the advantage of knowing what all the events are instead of making my own. But then I have to also, yeah, I guess I still have to go in and manually remove the controls that are set by default, which is kind of annoying also. So I guess there's some downsides to it as well, which presumably if you do it programmatically, you don't have to worry about that. But then the nice thing about doing it in the project settings is that now you're not doing it at runtime anymore. You're like baking it in kind of at compile time. I mean, I guess it's still kind of a runtime thing. I don't know. But okay. All right. That's it for today, I think. Maybe I'll be back later. I got to figure out, still trying to figure out my schedule here, because I screwed up my schedule yesterday, which is causing issues today. That's all right. Okay. Maybe we'll be back later.